Hey there, I am Safriana Luna, and in this recording, I'm going to walk you through a ritual that you can do anytime for yourself to tune into the fall equinox, into the autumnal season, and really allow yourself to embrace and embody the beautiful things that are happening in nature. So, wherever you are, I will invite you to go ahead and get comfortable for this experience, knowing that you can pause at any time. You can come back to it. This is something that I really want you to make your own. So, why celebrate the fall or autumnal equinox? Well, it is an astronomical beginning of autumn. So it's actually the time and space where the day and the night are equal. And this happens twice in a year. And the first time is at spring equinox, and then we have this fall equinox. So it's really a time where there's a beautiful invitation to tune into sort of where we've come throughout the year, but also into balance, right? If we think spring cleaning and we think of the blossoming and blooming that happens during the spring, fall is a little bit the reverse of that, right? There's still this sense of balance and sort of coming into equilibrium, very similar to the spring equinox. Many of us feel called to do some clearing out and to get rid of the things that we no longer need, just like we do in spring. But we're also going into the darker time of the year here instead of into the lighter time of the year. So there's really an opportunity to feel the sense of slowing down coming out of summer, right? Where it's hot, the energy is high. We're transitioning into a time of slow down. So if you want to experience the fall equinox somewhat on your own, some really simple practices that you can do in your own time and space. Making a gratitude list, of course, doing a deep fall cleaning, like I mentioned. And this is, you would want to focus on making room for future abundance, making room for what comes in the wintertime. Being inspired by natural elements. So if you look outside, the colors are changing, acorns, oak trees, apples, pumpkins, like all of these images are here for us to use and be inspired by. So perhaps you might make some art or crafts, do a drawing, do a journal, whatever, inspired by sort of these fall symbols. It's a great time to visit local farms, attend harvest festivals or fall craft events, eating harvest meals, and decorating your home for the season. And of course, I would love to encourage everyone to connect with nature by going outside and earthing. So that involves taking your shoes and socks off and feeling your toes on the ground, feeling yourself, literally grounded in that experience. But it's a great time for bonfires. It gets chilly. So if you can go camping or something like that, now is definitely a great time. So for the actual sort of ritual portion of this, I'm going to invite you to set up your own space however you want. So you might light a candle. I have a candle lit behind me. I'm going to go ahead and cleanse my space as I'm talking. But if you want to cleanse your space, you can use some kind of mist if you want, or a smoke cleansing bundle. If you want to decorate your space for this meditation and journaling experience, please by all means do. And there will be an invitation to journal through this. So please feel free to grab something to write with. So as we set the space here, dropping into the moment, into our bodies, into our heart spaces. And I clear the air with the cedar and allow the scent of this burning to lift my senses upward into the heavens, into the cosmos, tuning into the expansiveness of this moment, feeling into the energy of balance that's here in this moment. And taking a nice deep breath, low and slow in the body. Allowing the shoulders to settle down and ease into that internal sense of peace. So once you're comfortable in your space and you're feeling ready, an invitation to just go ahead and get comfortable, whether that's seated or laying down. And I'm going to lead you through a little bit of a meditation, a visualization. Please feel free to follow exactly as my words are or deviate and go down your own path. If you are not feeling called to meditate, you can, of course, draw, write, journal, whatever feels good to you. You can move your body, you can dance. I'm going to throw out some symbols, some images, and just intuitively lead you into the fall season. And then when we come out of that meditation and visualization, there will be an invitation to do some journaling, and I will have prompts on the screen. So, going ahead and finding yourself comfortable, whether seated or laying down, or if you're going to do another activity, just settling into that. And we'll begin with just a few deep breaths, allowing the breath to drop once again low into the body, filling the pelvic basin as you inhale sweetly and allowing the exhale to be just as gentle, like a calming fall breeze. And just sensing the rise and fall of the breaths in your body. Feeling the weight of the world dropping away as the shoulders relax. Allowing the bones of your body to settle into stillness, knowing that you have full permission to tend to yourself as needed. And we'll imagine descending a set of stairs from the top. 10, 9, 8. Feeling each footfall on the stairs as you walk down. 7, 6, 5. Seeing that at the bottom of the stairs there's a door, just beginning to pay attention to what that door looks like. 4, 3, 2. Standing on the last step, just really taking in whatever this door looks like to you. And then 1, taking the last step down, and you can just be there on the landing, looking at the handle, looking at the materials, looking at what is here. And allowing your hand and your mind's eye to come up and just rest gently on the door. You might take the hand to the handle, noticing what the materials feel like. And then just setting the intention that behind this door is the next season of your life. The next season of your life. And when you're ready, go ahead and push that door open. And beyond it, see the beauty of autumn unfolding before you. Noticing the beautiful colors, — golds, reds, oranges, — deep brown, noticing all of the richness of whatever landscape opens before you, the next season of your life. You might find yourself walking forward through this space, whether it's an indoor space or an outdoor space, one draped in these autumnal colors. As you begin to look around, notice if you can feel a sense of slowing down in your body. Notice if you can sense into this shift from a busy summer, from the hustle and bustle and the heat, into cooling down, moving into balance, allowing the old to fall away. Slowing down. Slowing down. Slowing down. What do you want the next season of your life to look like? When you slow down, what do you want to see? What do you want to experience this fall? As you take in the scene around you, you might find a place to settle down into that stillness, to drop deep into your body and feel that true slowing down so that answers can naturally arise. What do you want this next season of your life to look like? As you breathe deeply, you notice the smell of a campfire in the distance. From wherever you are, you might find yourself beginning to walk in that direction, being guided by your senses towards what you know will be a warm and cozy campfire. As you find your way there, feel into the anticipation of this season. What's growing in the stillness? What's growing as things fade away and fall away? You find yourself walking through a dense forest, your feet intuitively carrying you where you need to go. And then there it is, in a forest clearing, a beautiful bonfire surrounded by large crystal stones. The bonfire pit, a perfect circle, with the perfect pyre built just for you. One of your guardians, guides, angels, or ancestors, or perhaps more than one, are seated at the fireside waiting for you. Notice who is there waiting and greet them however is appropriate. They usher you over to the campfire. You find a nice seat, getting yourself comfortable again. Your guide and companion here looks to you and asks, What do you want the next season of your life to look like? Set some intentions. Empower yourself. What can you do to make that happen? What do you need to release in order to make these things happen? Your companion passes you a basket, a beautiful woven basket, full of dried leaves. A little stick of charcoal is nestled in with the leaves, and they invite you to go ahead and take as many leaves as you need to write down all of the things that you need to let go in order to move into this next season with confidence. Please write down whatever you need to let go of and then release it into this fire. See yourself writing down each of those things, and then as you're ready, crumbling them up and dropping them into the bonfire. Feel the release as you let these things go, one by one. Feeling the weight of the world dropping away. Release, release, release. Release, release, release. Release, release, release. As you sit at this fire, your companion smiles across the space at you, acknowledging silently with you all that you've experienced so far this year, all that's unfolded since the last time the sun and moon, the day and night were equal in the sky. Perhaps you recall intentions you set back then. Perhaps they've changed, or perhaps they're the same. Just tuning in to who you were then and who you are now. And then saying thank you to your guardian guide. Asking them if they have any important messages for you or anything that they believe you need to carry with you out of this forest in order to meet the next season with joy, peace, and love. Thanking them deeply, you turn back to the forest, knowing that you've released what you needed to release. Begin walking back towards your door. As you walk, just noticing this sense of balance. Noticing the abundant richness of the colors of the season. Noticing the balance of stillness and action still alive in nature. And notice that you're slowing down and taking time for yourself. And as you find yourself back at your door, once again looking over your shoulder at this season, whatever this season symbolizes for you. And then turning the handle once again, opening back up to the staircase, beginning to ascend. 1, 2, 3. Beginning to wiggle the fingers and toes. 4, 5, 6. Feeling yourself coming fully back into the body, perhaps with a gentle shoulder roll. 7, 8, 9. Taking another deep centering breath, low and slow in the body. And 10, allowing the eyes to flutter open and take in the space around you. So, as always, I like to use these celebrations, these seasonal moments, as an opportunity to reflect. So, I've come up with a couple of reflection questions that you can journal about. You might want to take some time to journal about whatever came up for you in that meditation. But these journal prompts are pretty straightforward. So, what feels balanced in your life right now? What needs to be rebalanced? What do you want to keep? What do you want to release? What's abundant in your life right now? What do you need to clear to make more room for abundance to flow? What are you grateful for? What can you do to connect with the nature of this season? How can you play with nature this fall? And what's slowing down for you as we move towards the darker season? So many of these things may have come up in the meditation, but really take a moment, if you feel open to doing so, to write these things down. They are a great chronicle of where we come through the year. So if you participated in the spring equinox, it'd be a great time to look back at that now. But otherwise, once you are finished reflecting on this process of going into that visualization and finished journaling, an invitation to go ahead and clear your space once again of any energy that no longer serves. So you can go ahead and pause here and come back when you're ready to release. Or if you want to go ahead and close out now, that's fine too. Spirit within, we are so thankful for the opportunity to acknowledge the wheel of the year and the seasons turning. And as we come into this time of the fall equinox, seeing the day and night as equal, we are grateful for all of the opportunities to recreate balance for ourselves. We are so grateful for the abundance that exists in our lives and for the beauty of nature and all of the incredible colors that the fall has to offer. And for all of this and more, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you.